all the people who got vaccinated have all the people who have received the COVID-19 vaccine have violated an almost 80-year societal principle in the West. The principle being that you should not force citizenry, you should not force the population, you should not force the public and people to receive medical treatment. That is a principle that has been established in the West since the end of World War II. It was established in the Nuremberg Code, and people have just completely just destroyed it and abandoned it in the most ridiculous fashion I've ever seen. Disgusting and foolish.
Unpopular opinion. I don't really feel sorry for the vaccine injured. Maybe I should, but I don't. These were the exact same people screaming at me once because I wouldn't get the vaccine. There's only two reasons to have got it. You're stupid enough to believe you needed it, or you're a coward. You got pressured into it. And now the vaccine injured, they don't sit there and say, I'm stupid, I believed I needed it. They all pretend they were pressured. I didn't want the vaccine, but my job said, well, then tell your job to get fucked. You didn't have to be a pussy. You didn't have to give in. You could have got another fucking job. Or you could have...
And that's just the realest talk. That's just the realest talk. Honestly though. Honestly. You didn't have to do anything. He's just so absolutely right. Because if everybody just said no, this wouldn't have been a problem. Jesus Christ. Everybody, yeah, all coward. He says it and it's actually true though. There is mass cowardice.
stood up like a man, went home to your wife and said, we're unemployed now. It's going to be hard to pay the bills for a while, but I'm not going to give up my blood to the corporation. I'm not a fucking farm animal. How can I feel sorry for these people who have now injured themselves with a poison shot because they didn't want to look on a job board? I don't feel sorry for these people. I actually don't.
Yeah, and I don't feel sorry for them either. I can't. I can't because you made your choice. You made your choice to get vaccinated, and all of you are now complaining about all these injuries. It was your decision. It was your decision. You could have said no.
Now they're tweeting at AstraZeneca. I'm vaccine injured, I'm gonna die. At AstraZeneca. What do they expect? A fucking reply? They give a shit about you? They knew it was poison. They don't fucking care.
Yeah.
People on the news who told you to get it knew it was fucking poison. Everybody knew it was poison. I knew it was poison. Anyone who was pro-vax, and trust me, none of them want to mention it now. They all try and cower out. They all try and pretend that they weren't pro-vax. I have screenshots of basically every account over 100K followers that said anything pro-mask, anything pro-vax. The manosphere, red pill, right-wing, conservatives, all of them. All were pussies but me. All. I have all of the proof. All of it. And now they're going to sit there and pretend it never happened. They're going to pretend they were never pro-vax or pro-mask at all. But of course, when it comes down to it, they made the coward's choice. And that's what this is really about. God will never reward you being a coward. Even if you're a coward and you win, your soul will be stained. Even if you are brave and you lose, it doesn't matter because you made the right choice as a man. If I would have refused to vax and died of COVID, I'd be a hero. Fuck you. Fuck you. I did the brave choice because I believed it was a psyop. And God has rewarded me.
Exactly, and that's what it comes down to. Is just the principle. It's not even about the vaccine because a lot of people thought the vaccines were the greatest things since sliced bread. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how great you think the vaccine is. There's the principle of not forcing and coercing people to take medication. That principle that's been established since the end of World War II, you have violated. It doesn't matter if the vaccines turned you into Superman and Superwoman. It doesn't matter if the vaccines were the greatest thing ever. You don't force people to take medication. We don't force the Amish to adopt our technologies. You don't force people to do these are principles that have been established. And you all you all became Nazis so quick. It's terrifying. There's no honor. It doesn't matter if you love the vaccine. You should say no. You should say no just because there are other people that don't want to take it. And there's this principle that needs to be upheld of not forcing and coercing people to take medication. Regardless of how you feel about the vaccine, it doesn't matter. It's a principle that needs to be upheld.
By deciding in Schrodinger's pandemic whether to make it a really dangerous disease or a big psyop. And he rewarded me for being brave. All of you are so concerned with winning or
Schrodinger's pandemic.
losing, you forgot about brave versus coward. Charge into gunfire and die like a fucking man.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit. Bunch of fucking babies. Now they're sitting there going, I'm injured from the poison. Fucking duh. No shit. Fucking dumbass. You should tell them to get fucking suck a dick. Maybe if you tweet Pfizer 15 more times, they'll what? Go back in time, give you new blood.
Real talk. Real talk. What is Pfizer and Moderna and AstraZeneca gonna do? You took the vaccine and now you're injured. What are they gonna? They can't. He's absolutely right. He's again. He says things in a way that remove nuance and all the freaking. It's just straightforward. He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. They can't go back in time and fix it. What's done is done.
Fuck you want them to do? They don't give a shit about you whether you live or die. They're gonna long it out in 15 years of litigation, waiting for your fucking hands to fall off so you can't tweet at them anymore. Vaccine-related finger dysmorphia.
Or death. They won't have to pay you because you might very well be dead in the time it takes to process a class action lawsuit against these companies. But honestly, the vaccine companies already have all kinds of immunity from prosecution. So there really is no recourse for you to take if you've gotten the vaccine and have been injured, which is the craziest thing in the world. If it's so safe and it's so effective, you should be able to sue them with impunity as much as you want. But the governments have all covered them, which is crazy. That's how you know it's a scam. Why are they not being held to account for their damages?
Fucking bunch of Peter fucking pussy. Bunch of fucking pussies. Guys, I don't know when you're gonna wake up and realize, unless you all start to get some balls, they'll take everything from you.
Yeah.
They will take everything from you. They will take your son's ball sack. They will take the sanctity of your blood. They've already taken all of your money. They've taken your woman's mind. She doesn't believe you should be served or brought a coffee anymore because of feminism. They've taken everything from you. You have nothing left. Nothing but meme coins and fucking anime. When are you
Anime is still around. Anime is still kicking, you know? That's all we got. That's all we got left, bro. That's all we got. Meme coins and anime.
gonna finally stand up and say enough is enough? COVID was the chance for you to finally say, no, you've taken everything from me. You've taken my country and flooded it with third worlders. You've taken my religion and flooded it with gay priests. You've taken my woman's mind. You've taken everything. I'm not giving you my blood. But there was some guy who sat there and goes, oh, well, they've taken everything from me and now they want my blood. But if I don't give it to them, I'll lose my job at Gay Corp. And I've got a gay pension.
I'll lose my job at Gay Corp. Yo, Tate's a fool, bro. Tate's actually a fool.
Coming up for my gay retirement so I can go on the gay cruise. So then they get an injection of poison. Turns out they can't get a gay boner anymore because they're all fucked up. Well, the fuck do you think was gonna happen? Bro, there's someone who's been massively canceled on the internet. His name's Jack Murphy because they caught him on webcam putting dildos up his butt. Long story. Look it up. But I argued with him on Twitter back then. He was trying to justify giving his kids the vaccine because otherwise his kid couldn't play baseball anymore. His 12-year-old kid. And I said, you're a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, and that's another thing. That's another thing, though, was all you parents. All you parents took your kid to go and get these vaccines. You're supposed to be the guardians. You're supposed to be the ones with good. And so many of your kids have died and have gotten myocarditis and all these vaccine injuries because of your guidance. And now you want to get mad and you want to get justice for Timmy because Timmy died. It's your fault. You made the choice. So sad. It is so sad.
Tell that baseball team that your kid's blood isn't for sale and to get fucked. And he's like, oh, but my kid's going to be a pro. You're kidding?
Yeah, exactly. To play baseball? Get the Forget the team. Just go and play catch. Like, oh, that's crazy to me. That is so crazy. But I'm a skeptic.
Gonna be shit. Your kid's probably fat like you. One, your kid ain't gonna be nothing. Where's his kid? You ever heard of his kid? Jack Murphy's kid. Oh, baseball professional. Turns out you ain't fucking nothing. Now you got poison in your blood because your dad's a fucking coward. Sticks dildos up his asshole. And he was trying to justify it online. I can't crush my kid's dreams because of the vaccine. He needs the vaccine of baseball. Your kid doesn't give a... Bro, crush his dreams. Now he's got gay fingers. He's gonna play baseball like this. Fucking vaccine injured. What a fucking badge of dishonor. I pussied out. And then we're gonna say, Andrew, you're insensitive. Nope, I'm not. I suffered when I didn't take it. I suffered the inconvenience. I suffered being ostracized. I suffered being criticized. I suffered the financial penalties.
Everybody that has been unvaccinated by your family turned against you. Your family didn't want to be around you. Everybody avoided you and everybody condemned you and criticized you for not getting this vaccine. All the unvaccinated people have gone through hardship and have lost their jobs and their incomes and all this because they stood for the principle. They stood for the principle, that sacred principle that we established after World War II of not coercing people into medical treatment. Now you guys want to say we're being insensitive. No, we're not. No, we're not.
I suffered a day in German jail for not wearing a mask. I suffered for not taking it. So why should I feel sorry for the people who just fucking bitched out? Don't feel sorry for you at all. God does not reward cowardice, friends. And when the next thing comes along, maybe you've learnt your fucking lesson. Maybe you can take you and your retarded dick, and your little weird fingers, and you can get out there and fucking protest like a man instead of being a pussy. Unbelievable.
It's a freaking joker, man. He is a joker. He is a joker. He is a joker. But again, nobody to blame but themselves. See, and the Matrix is actually quite fair. It's actually very fair. They always give you a choice. Like a lot of people will say, "Oh, we didn't have a choice. They used force." No, they didn't, and they never do, and they know not to. That's why they study psychology so hard. It's all manipulation. Matrix always gives you a choice. Now, they do that so that you don't rebel. Because every time throughout history, when you take the choice away from people, they always end up rebelling and overthrowing, right? And they figured that out, and they've made all these leaps in psychology, and so now they know that in order to prevent the rebellion and the retaliation, they have to make the people think it's their choice. You have to give the people a choice. It's manipulation, right? They always have to do it. But here's the thing, they control the choice. See, it would be so easy for them to just see, even with government in the United States, there's two parties. Even though it's really just one party, they still make it two parties to make it see they give you the illusion of choice. They control the options, but they still want you to choose. It's a psychology thing. But yeah, you guys made your choice. You literally had the choice between, well, you can always rewrite the rules and make your own third option, but people have they literally gave you the choice between living the way God intended and having your concerts and being able to go to the restaurants and going to the grocery store. Like, I don't, you guys, it's just so sad. When a society is willing to give up principles, like not being coerced into taking medical treatment, like it's doomed. It says 80% of people, 80% of the population has been vaccinated. That's 80% Nazis. That's what that is. 80% Nazis. It's just so sad. It's just so sad. And the worst thing, I mean, there's so many things wrong with the whole COVID lockdowns, from the economy to the vaccines to education, but mostly just the psychological effect it's had on the children. Just the isolation. It has been an absolute nightmare. It has been an absolute nightmare. And all you people that just accepted it and went along with it, you truly are a part of the problem. You can't feel sorry for you. You can't feel sorry for any of them. But you'll see in 6 years. How long has it been? It's been since 2020, 2024. Yeah, you got another 6 years before we see the full effects of the vaccines. So give it 6 years.